Hi guys, Woolly Creeper here again, and welcome back. So today I'm going to look at this area, which you may or may not recognize as the slime chunk I showed in the previous episode. I put this wall around it just to stop me having to wade through the monster sea of slimes that you get in here. There is actually another slime chunk diagonally adjacent over here, hence all this half slabbing. But to be honest, I'm just going to work with the single chunk. I find that unless they invent some more uses for slime balls, then a single chunk's going to provide me with all I need. So yeah, I believe spooky music. I believe I have a pretty original design for this farm. But before we get onto that, I'm going to have to get this all lowered down. Unfortunately, I can't dig this any higher, simply because we're directly below the spider killing room, and the electronics for that system are just up here. So we need to take this down another block will do the trick to give the big slimes room to maneuver. So I'm going to do that and come back to you. Okay, so I had a slight change of plan. I've actually lowered the floor by 2 blocks, and this is so that I can basically polish off all of this with a nice roof, and there will still be room for the large slimes to jump around. And I've been digging out these holes for jack-o'-lanterns, and it got me to thinking about what I'd like to do with the floor of the pad, because it's going to be easier to get it looking how I want now. And I actually thought what I'd actually like to do is to use quite a lot of cobble, and that's kind of seems kind of strange to me. Hello. Must be a bit of that other chunk that needs half slabbing. It seems kind of strange to me, simply because well, I've never liked the look of cobble, but since I started following other YouTubers and looking at their videos, I've seen them use cobble. A number of them use cobble to quite good effect, basically. So what I'm actually thinking is that in line with these jack-o'-lanterns, what I'm probably going to use is 2 rings of mossy cobblestone. So one around the outside and one in the middle. And then I'm going to border them in with cobble in line like this, and then either stone brick, or perhaps I might even use smooth stone there. So we will have maybe, let's see, cobblestone, mossy cobble, smooth stone, mossy, no, cobble again, mossy, cobble, and then perhaps smooth stone on the outside. So I'm going to pop off and grab some mossy cobble, and I'll get back to you. I don't know. You leave the area for a minute and look who drops in. Oh. Yeah, you can't hit him through that. Right. Splat. Come on. Splat, 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 splat. Okay. Right, so let's have a look at this. Give me those, and give me that, and give me... smooth stone. You know, I always walk this way round, up those stairs, around the corner, and I always seem to forget this door here. Ooh, you might be interested to see this. The zipper lift project bin. However, we're going to steal that smooth stone, so... Right, okay, so what we're going to do, let's put these in. And there, right, great, so we can now clear these out and check we're getting enough light. I really need to find out where that slime has spawned. Right, yep, that looks good to me. Okay, so design. Rip these out. And let's see. While I'm doing this, what can I talk about? Yeah, so we've had a suggestion in. We've had two suggestions in actually from the same guy for a name for Tower 1. And I like them both. The first suggestion is that it's simply called The Tower. The thought being that it was the first and it's so important that it doesn't need a name. It's just The Tower, which I quite like. It sounds impressive, and the same guy, whose name I will just quickly look up, Stretch of the Mind. Stretch of the Mind. Just once through, not twice. Stretch of the Mind. He also suggested that, you know, he said that just simply calling it the tower might be confusing. So if it maybe as a name would be the Basins Tower, which I also quite like. I think that's quite nice. And let's see, could we do right? No, I think that's good. So yeah, there's two pretty good suggestions there. I think my favourite of the two is the tower. Despite any possible confusion over having a base that's going to have more than one tower and one of them being called simply the tower, I like it. It is the first. And in our fictional history of this place, you can assume that it was built the first, and therefore, you know, in a way, it's the most important. So I like that. Thanks very much for suggesting those names to us. Much appreciated. And yeah. Right, walls. So I like this pattern. I think that works okay actually with the stone ceiling. I do like this pattern here. Something a little different from just doing something like this, which is what I would normally do. Yeah, so we need to do something for the walls, and I guess, yeah, I'll show you one thing first. So with these walls, what we're going to have is so let's see. Yeah, we can do it that way. So we're going to bring them out by one and down by one, and that's where our water channel is going to be to fit small slimes in. However, there is going to be a method for dealing with the two larger size of slimes, and once I've dug this all out, you'll get to see that. So I think I've had enough rambling for the moment at least, and I will come back to you when I've got this sorted. Okay, so back with an update. I slightly modified the ceiling. I've included these smooth stone rings to match the mossy cobble rings or squares that we've got down here, and I like that. I think that improves the ceiling. I've been calling it a roof. It's a ceiling. I think it improves the ceiling quite a bit. That's quite a nice 3D. The bricks almost pop out when they're next to the smooth stone, and I think that's very nice. Not so good in this angle, but you can't have everything. And I've dug around here, and then I had a bit of a change of mind. I decided that what I really want... Hello, where you come from? I want to be able to move around the outside of this slime pad and be able to see the slimes moving around. And so, just thinking about it, collected quite a bit of cobble. It might well be prudent to do this, considering we're about to make a big old mess. And you may have already figured it out, considering what's in my inventory, and I decided to actually take advantage of having the mob farm working so well. So yeah, we're going to make a mess. I'll just move this stuff and we'll get on with it. Okay, we're ready, and little concerned, I can hear some lava nearby, so we might have a bit of clean up there. And we are reasonably close, somewhere in that area there. About, I think it's high enough, but the Spider XP farm is above this sort of area here. And if we break that, then I'm not going to be a happy guy. But I decided, sod it, let's have some fun. Run! Please, chain reaction. Chain reaction. Oh, as well. And go. And yes! Oh, just enjoy this for a second. Oh, it's broken. Oh no, this is going to hurt. Well, it does not seem to have broken open the spider farm. Oh, but it was close. That is the floor of the spider farm. That's really quite fortunate. Whew! Okay guys, so I've cleaned up the outside a bit. I've half slabbed this area because it's part of the neighbouring slime chunk, and I want that disabled. I'll pretty this up a bit more. It's just was a case of getting it all neatened up for the moment, and yeah, we want that. Oh dear, that's a glass. Yep, so cleared it up. It's a nice space. I might take the wall back 1 or 2 blocks, not sure yet. This isn't permanent. This is going to get used in a moment. What we've done here with the pad is I've surrounded it with glass because I've decided I want to see in. Because of that, I was going to use signs here, but these glass panes will do the job just as well. Sorry if I'm being cryptic. All will become clear. And we've got signs up here. Every single one of these signs is on that. So if that goes, they will come down. Now I did run out of glass in 4 blocks. However, it's had an interesting consequence. Over here we've got the full wall of glass and then the panes in front, and you can see through it. And over here a too high wall of glass and the panes in front. And really this will work just as well as having a 3 high wall of glass. Excuse me, put my teeth back in. And yeah, it'll work just as well, but I'm not sure, and I'd like your guys' opinion on this. Does this look better? Basically, I think that possibly looks better than that, because you don't have these little connecting bits going back. I think you get a clearer view. Not sure. Anyway, we'll get on with this. I'm going to quickly lay down some water streams, and they're going to go in this one wide hole here, and we'll be using sign and stair trick to extend the water flow. Like so. And I'll get on with that and get the whole thing done. Okay, so that's done. Pretty standard. One wide water flow, drops down a block, goes up some steps, or rather there's a sign to hold back a new water flow, and around the corner and the same, and that's repeated on the other side. And so the small slimes that get into this water stream will be pushed all the way around, drop into here and be pushed along. But what about the big slimes and the medium slimes? Well, this is what we're going to do for them. Like that. Like that. Grab some more. Should be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. One, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now then, here is the tricky part. In fact, what we'll do is we're going to put a temporary block in here. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Right. Okie dokie. So, apart from this one block here, which is holding the sign that holds the rest of the signs, the meta sign, as we shall call it, any big or small slimes are going to jump along to the edge. They're not going to be able to get in. They're going to press up against this glass here and hop up and down and get burnt up. They'll break down until they're just small slimes, and all the small slimes will go around. I think this is probably the quickest way of getting our slimes reduced that I can possibly imagine. You don't have to wait for them to start drowning or pass them through multiple drown filters or drowning chambers. This thing will just take them down to the smallest size pretty much as soon as they reach the side wall, and then those small slimes can make their way in, make their way into the water stream easily enough. So let's close that. Don't forget this piece of glass. Let's see if I've got another bit of glass just to finish that off. Ah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That can get closed. And we're going to knock up a quick kill trap for them. Happy enough. Is there still a source in there? There is. Ah, there you go. Alright. Was unneeded. Right. Okay, so we'll put that in there, and that there. 9. That's 8. Not quite enough. That's okay. We'll do this. Like so. Quickly grab a sign. Yeah, so we should have a functioning farm out of this, and we can complete it, as it were, in the future. Work out this storeroom, and also work out where we're going to bring the slimes up. And is there still a source in there, or is this just the fact that lava takes? Oh, stupid mechanic. Right, there we go, and that should be enough to kill small slimes. I hope. Otherwise we're going to be buried in them. Yeah, we'll figure out where we're going to take these slimes, because ideally we want them to collect probably up on the surface, so things can spawn down here and the farm can work, and get on with things. So yeah, tell me what you think. Give us your input on this final row of glass. This or this? This or this? I quite like this. Okay, so I've been walking around and doing some half slabbing of nearby slime chunks to try and concentrate the spawns all on the pad, and I've yet to actually see a slime in here. Excuse me. But generally, when I walk past, depending on how far away I've been, I do find some slime balls to collect. So I think this is doing quite well, and I think this is time to call an end to the episode. But before I do, I'd like to just say a couple of things. And that is welcome to all my new subscribers. It's very much appreciated. Both the subscription and the comments that you guys have been posting. Thank you very much. And also a nice big thank you to Generic B, who popped by and left a comment on the last episode, and also mentioned me in his Twitter feed, suggesting people check the channel out. So thank you very much, Generic. I think I gained about 20 subs in about 15 minutes, and they're still coming through. Not quite at that rate, but yeah. So thank you for checking out the channel, and thanks for the compliment. Made me smile very much. So yeah, that's all really for this episode. I'm gonna go and pop up to the library and get some loot off the out of the mob tower, and hopefully it's gonna cause some some slimes to spawn in here, and I can pick up some slime balls and try and gauge how effective it is. Anyway, I'll see you. I've been Willa Creeper, and I'll get you next time.